So today I'm going to show you how to get the most natural looking makeup. Like when people walk past you on the street, they're going to stare at you and look twice because they're going to wonder, is that girl wearing makeup or is she just naturally flawless? That's what we're going for, the naturally flawless look. Okay, so I've learned that the most important part of a makeup look like this, a very minimal look, is a skin prep. So I've already cleansed my face, but I'm ready for the next steps, okay? I'm gonna be using the CAUDALIE Vinoperfect serum, and this one is one that I picked up recently. I was in Paris a few days ago. CAUDALIE is a French brand, it's cheaper there. So I picked it up from Paris, and I actually used this one a few months ago, but I just feel like it didn't really work for me. But I think it was mainly because I was going through acne and like heavy breakouts at the time, and this serum is more targeted at hyperpigmentation and kind of like after the acne phase, you know what I mean? So that's the stage of my skin journey that I'm at right now. It's kind of like the hyperpigmentation phase. Like most of my breakouts are gone other than this little buddy. So I'm hoping that this serum really works to target my dark spots, and I've heard really good feedback from other people, so I'm just trying it again. Okay, next I'm going to be mixing these two products. This is the PAULA'S Choice Niacinamide and the First Aid Beauty Coconut Water Cream. So my skin type is oily and kind of like oily T-zone, and then normal like on my cheeks and the rest of my face. For me, switching to a gel moisturizer really changed my skin, because I just feel like for the longest time I was using the wrong products for my skin type. I was using creams, like heavy creams, which are kind of more for dry skin. And as soon as I switched to a gel moisturizer, I really noticed less breakouts and just more like kind of an even skin tone. So that really helped me. So if you have oily skin, try out a gel moisturizer. It might change your life. So I used to use this niacinamide, the PAULA'S Choice one. Honestly, it's probably like 7 years ago now, and it was a part of my like regular routine, and I don't know why, but actually I remember why. I switched to the ordinary niacinamide, which I do believe is a high concentration. This one is 10%. But anyway, I switched to the ordinary niacinamide, and I feel like it was working for me like for a while. It was working. But then when I started to get really bad acne, I just stopped using it because I just felt like it was irritating my skin, and I decided to bring back the PAULA'S Choice. But the reason why I switched from PAULA'S Choice to the ordinary was because the ordinary is a lot cheaper, substantially cheaper. But I don't know, I feel like the PAULA'S Choice one, the formula of it is better for my skin. Next, a very important step is sunscreen. Here I'm using the TOCOBO hyaluronic watery sun cream SPF 50. I only ever use SPF 50 on my face and basically all over my whole body. SPF 50 minimum, okay? So I'm almost run out of this one. I really, really love it. I feel like it's a really great sunscreen. I think it's good for both oily and dry skin types because it's extremely hydrating. And it looks like this. I take 3 fingers, and this was the sunscreen that I was using every single day while I was in Maldives. That's why it's almost run out, and it just leaves my skin super hydrated but not heavy and not greasy. Okay, and finally some Aquaphor on my lips because my lips are real dry right now. Okay, so because I've just finished all my skin prep right now, I'm not going to use an additional primer because I just feel like it's not needed. My skin is basically ready to take on any makeup products without any issues. So I was lucky enough to be invited to Paris by L'Oreal. Honestly, such a dream for me because, as you guys might know, I started my makeup and skincare page, which is Post and Repeat Beauty on Instagram, and also I post on YouTube Shorts my makeup videos. And it was such a dream for me to be able to be invited by L'Oreal on this trip to Paris. Like, dream, okay? It just blew my mind. Anyway, I just felt so grateful, and I'm so appreciative to you guys, to L'Oreal, everyone in my life. So on this trip, we were gifted so many products for us to use and try out and trial. And I rediscovered this product. I actually already owned it, but I got it in a different shade. So this is my original one, L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. And I feel like this is the perfect product for a no makeup look. It's not foundation. It's literally a serum. It's a hyaluronic serum that's tinted, okay? It's just genius. And I tried it out on my final day in Paris. I tried it out and I was honestly shocked and flabbergasted at how good it looked. I'll insert a photo here. It was insane. It gave off the nicest, most natural glow to the skin, and I was in love. If you're gonna buy anything for a no makeup look, then let it be this product. It's so beautiful. So I'm using the shade 67 Tan. I'm gonna take this on the back of my hand like this, and then we're gonna just dot it all over my face. I'm gonna color correct around my mouth and on the neck as well. So for color corrector, I'm using the HUDA Beauty Faux Filter Corrector in the shade Mango. You just really need a tiny amount of this. I like to color correct around my mouth. That's where I have darkness. That was way too much. And then just add some serum to that area as well. Okay, so let's blend and let me show you how good this product is. So you see how it's just completely disappeared into the skin, and also you can kind of still see my hyperpigmentation scars, any acne, any texture, you can see it all. Okay, it's not like a high coverage product, it's very light and it's a natural radiant finish. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more to my cheeks. Okay, you can kind of see the natural looking finish of that. I think it looks amazing. I think it looks beautiful. It's just a perfect choice for a no makeup look. Okay, I'm just gonna add some clips into my hair. Okay, so the next step is concealer, and the key to this step is to use a concealer that basically exactly matches your skin tone. So I'm gonna be using the KOSAS one today, and this one is kind of a little bit light for me right now because I went to Maldives for 2 weeks and I got tanned. So, but this is still the closest one to my skin tone, and because you don't want to be using something that's like too brightening because it is kind of a dead giveaway that you're wearing makeup. So I just apply a really little bit to try and, you know, conceal my under eyes, and I just also add a little bit up above my brows. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry down a bit, and I'm gonna be using the KOSAS Air Brow, which is my go-to brow gel, but I've almost run out of it, so I am thinking of switching to the Rare Beauty Brow Gel, which I have heard good things about. I basically just want a clear brow gel. That's all I need. My brows are pretty low maintenance. I don't need to like fill them in really or anything. I just need to little brushy brush. Okay, so I'm going to blend out my concealer, and I just feel like this look is going to be really trending. I mean, in general, I feel like no makeup is a really on trend look for summer. Every summer it comes back around just because in the summer, in the heat, you know, we don't want to be wearing a lot of makeup or doing heavy makeup looks just because it's not comfortable. And you know, you're traveling more, if you're going to the beach and whatever else, then a no makeup look is like my go-to. Okay, so I don't want to be using a very harsh contour or anything like that. I just want to be using something very soft and very light. So I've decided to go for the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. This is in the shade 338. This is just gonna act as a bronzer slash contour, and I'm only gonna apply the smallest amount, literally 2 dots to begin with. If we need more, then we can add more, but for now, that's it. So I really love this brush. One of my favorite brushes is the Makeup by Mario. Okay, it's rubbed out, but it looks like this. I'm pretty sure it's a contour brush, and it's double-sided, so like nose contour and like cheek contour. So I'm just gonna blend that in, literally just press it in and work it into my hairline. Okay, so as you can see, that's just added the nicest, softest, slightest bronzy contour kind of like to the high points of my face, like my cheekbones, and that's all I want to do. Okay, so I'm going to set my under eyes using the Laura Mercier powder. This is a translucent loose setting powder, and I'm going to be using this brush. It's a Real Techniques brush, and I think when you're applying powder to a no makeup look, this kind of a brush, a fluffy brush, is the best option because you don't want to be using a beauty blender, for example, or a powder puff and pressing it in because it just looks heavy. It looks heavy. So taking the slightest amount and dusting it all off, and then just very slightly going underneath my eyes and also my T-zone. Okay, so this is what the base is looking like. I'm going to do the final step for the base, which is some setting spray. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Vitamin C Cactus Flower Water, and this is just going to kind of melt everything together and make it look even more natural. Okay, so for mascara, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. This is a very natural looking mascara because it's got a very thin wand. I had a lash lift but it's been weeks and it's dropped a lot now, but this is like my go-to mascara when I have a lash lift because it just adds that extra length and extra lift. But I'm just going to kind of use this on the tips of my lashes at first. So if my lash lift had completely dropped, I would curl my lashes at this step, but because there is still some lift to them, I'm skipping the curling. Okay, so you can see how really natural that is. Like, that's no mascara side and this is the mascara side. So I feel like for every makeup look, I always do a winged liner. That's like my signature makeup, like a winged liner. So it feels very strange not to do a winged liner, but imagine if I do a winged liner for no makeup look, like it's not gonna be no makeup look, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna put mascara on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna do mascara on my bottom lashes using the same mascara. Okay, so I'm going to be adding the tiniest amount of glow using the L'Oreal Glotion. I usually use this as the first step, like a primer step, but because I didn't use a primer today, I'm just going to add the tiniest amount. I'll take a little bit on the back of my hand and just kind of add it to the high points of my face and to give that nice natural glow. Add a little bit to the nose and the Cupid's bow. Okay, so for lips, you want to be choosing lip liner that kind of matches exactly your natural lip line shade. So this is the Rimmel lip liner in the shade Cappuccino, and this literally exactly matches my lips. Kind of crazy. This is actually something that I discovered from Alice T. I'm sure you guys know Alice T. She is a makeup OG and she recommended this one, and we have quite a similar skin tone, and I just couldn't believe it, like how well it matched me. So I'm just gonna line my natural lip line. Okay, so can you see like what I mean? It basically exactly matches my natural lip line. It doesn't look like I've got much of a lip liner on. So I've just used my finger to kind of blend slash buff that to make it a little bit softer. So at this point, you can either choose a lip balm or a clear gloss. I'm going for a clear gloss. This is the NYX Fat Oil in the shade My Main. Bit of this. Okay, there's literally like a thunderstorm happening right now outside my window. Anyways, this is the final makeup look and I just love how it turned out. I love this as like kind of an everyday, or like when you want to go to the airport, you don't want to wear too much makeup. When you want to go to the gym, you don't want to wear too much makeup. Like this is a perfect no makeup look. So I hope you guys learned something. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to see more makeup content, more skincare content, then you can find me on Instagram at Pose and Repeat Beauty, for fashion content at Pose and Repeat on all platforms. And yeah, that's all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.